Right there.
Keep it going. Keep it going. I want to
keep it going. Okay. We can jack some 5 out this mug.
Look at him. Look at him.
That shit right there, Big V.
Look at him. Yeah.
Cut it off. I ain't trying to get banned off of YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Let me cut it off.
Yeah.
Ready, Big V. Never could say goodbye, though, Big V.
Never could say. Hey, man. I'll be there.
Tell him, Big V. Big V know what's happening. I'm gonna jack some 5 out this mug, man. I love it.
I like it. Yeah, that's how we start the pod off. Yeah. Yo, this is the Zone Sports Podcast. You know what I mean? Yo, listen, man. Sometimes we just come in with our normal routine. Sometimes we come in with a vibe. You know what I mean? Hey, on one half of the host, your boy Big V. That's my dancing co-host over there. I'm gonna let him introduce himself today.
Dancing machine. Yo, it's your boy COOL. Still wondering what the hell is your boy Corey, never telling the same old time story. It's your boy Cool C, never dated a floozy. For those out there in YouTube land, got to sign up for you right out. Back is your boy Corey. Big Vito, what's going down?
Man, I'm feeling great, you know what I mean, for numerous of reasons. But, you know, before I get into all that, let me let y'all know who we sponsored by, man. We sponsored by my brand, Skyzone.Society. So make sure you shop at Skyzone.Society.bigcartel.com. It's getting hot. Go over there, get you a snapback, you know what I mean? If not a snapback, get you a fly tee. We got some new fly stuff already on the site and getting more stuff coming. Pause for the spring and the summer. I promise you, Corey. You know what I mean? This is a very special episode, ladies and gentlemen. It's episode 100.
Man, we got that hundo. We got that hundo in, Big V.
100, baby. You know what I mean? What's up, Corey? Man? Yeah, I hit another round. There we go. You gotta love the human like air horns. You know what I mean? It's episode 100, and we still ain't got a machine for the air horns. You know what I mean? Hey,
I'll be the air horn. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. You know, I gotta ask you, Corey, man. Like, you know, how you feeling, man? So we got 100 episodes in, man, from day one to now. 100 episodes, man. How you feeling, man?
You know, when you sent me the note, I couldn't believe that it was 100 already. It's kind of a weird spot because it felt like we did a lot more than 100, but then in some cases it's like, dang, 100 already. Like it doesn't hit already. But when you do it, you know, weekly or whatever, like that time it's quick.
It's quick.
I'm thankful for you envisioning the Zone Sports Podcast, and for everyone who just, you know, taps in and checks us out, man. You know, how you feel about it?
Man, I feel great. You know what I mean? You know, this is like our second podcast that we done had together. And every time we get together, man, the response is always great. People always say the chemistry is there, no matter if it's we doing a hip hop podcast or doing the sports podcast, man. Everybody, you know, say the energy is always good. We feed off each other. It's never boring. I love getting the feedback. We've grown so far from getting 2-3 views here to maybe catapulting sometimes and getting 1,000 clicks on a short. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it ain't even just about that. It's the human interaction. I like when people calling my phone over something that we said. I like people just a lot of people like to, you know, DM me and send me private messages because they don't want to. They don't. I'm not gonna say they don't want to let people know they're listening, but they're not the type to. A lot of people don't like leaving comments. You know what I mean? They want to hit you personally and address because they have so much to say. You know what I mean? So I like that, man. I like when people don't. I like when people agree. I like when people don't disagree. Like I like when people disagree with us. I like everything about it, man. I love it, man. I love every week coming here, man, meeting with you, chopping it up. I at this point I never know how the pod is gonna go. I ain't gonna lie. I never know, man. I never know how it's gonna go. I never know when it's gonna be fun. I don't know, and that's what I like about it, bro. Like it's so fire, man. You know, and I'm telling people, man, I got some tricks up my sleeve, Corey.
Uh-oh.
I'm telling people, man, listen, another year or so, man, don't be so ain't no telling what we're gonna be at.
Yeah,
That's all I
yeah.
can say.
Well,
That's all I can say.
the thing that you mentioned was the chemistry. Like, I feel like each episode, like it gets better and better.
Mhm.
Whatever, because you can't fake that. Like, just like with other TV shows and sports shows that we watch, it's like, okay, you throw a new group together and it's kind of like, okay, let's see if they make it and let's see how it goes. And then
Right.
that's thing, maybe a couple of weeks or maybe a couple of months or maybe even a couple of years, it's like, yo, I can't imagine it being without this said co-host or whatever. Like, it's just it takes a while and
It do-
you
it
know,
take
I mean,
it takes a
it's not
while,
easy.
Corey.
Yeah,
Thank you for saying that because I was going to say that next. We meet once a week, and it's still not easy. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
not easy to keep a good show compelling, keep it where people want to actually hear what you got to say, even if it's nothing but a 30-second clip.
yeah,
It's hard to keep people engaged if it's not good. You know what I mean? And it's not good. And I see the numbers growing every week on the clips, on the podcast. I see the number of people that contact me every time we put something out grows. I love that. And people better be glad that we only have time to do this once a week.
yeah.
When that check hit and we can do this on a daily, y'all better
Woo,
watch out, or at least
woo.
or twice a week, man. Like
Yeah,
people don't understand that we bringing that Jalen and Jacoby field. That's what we bringing,
yeah.
man. Like that's what we
Those
bringing,
guys
man.
are. Somebody was talking about this, and I forget which show it was. It might have been the Bomani Jones show. I listened to him. Shout out to him.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Bomani,
He was
definitely.
talking about like the current format of podcasts, right? That's like currently, even like similar to what we're doing. And it's like, yo, y'all got Jalen and Jacoby to think for a lot of that. There
Yeah,
was like one of the first ones far as having an athlete, and then his words, having a white guy, who knows a lot about sports and putting that together and having that mesh and vibe. And one thing real quick is that I watch a lot of sports shows. You do too, and I'm quite sure whoever watch us do the same. We can all talk about the same thing, right? But what makes a show is your perspective. How does Big V feel about X, Y, and Z? What Corey is going to make a joke about X, Y, and Z, right? I'm a huge, like First Take fan, Bomani Jones fan. I mean, the list go on and on. Yes, I can listen to the same thing all day, but I'm hearing their perspective. And I just hope that that's exactly what we're doing to y'all out there is that, hey, we know there's like a billion gazillion different podcasts. But you know what? There's not a billion gazillion of me or Big V. That's what the hook. And when you could give people the vibe of, even though we don't know every single person that watches, it makes them feel like they know you.
yeah.
Adding that personal touch onto it. That's the hook of any show, any podcast, anything.
Anything. You right, man. Hey, shout out to the Sky Zoners, man. You know what I
Fact.
mean? Shout out to the Zoners, man. You know
The
what I mean?
zone.
Y'all holding it down out there, man. I got some merch I'm cooking up. Be patient. I promise y'all. It's episode 100. It's merch time. I gotta get everybody some merch. It's merch time. I promise it's on the way. You know what I mean? So here's to another 100, Corey.
There
You
you
know what I
go.
mean? Plus some. You know what I mean? Corey, man, listen, man. For everybody that don't know the zoners out there. Hey, NFL has been crazy this week, man. A lot of trades going on. It's the
Yeah.
off season, baby. It is
Yeah.
the off season, Corey. I
Yeah.
love it, Corey. I love it. Corey, I'm gonna tell you. Man. I love it. I love that the budget in the NFL has gone up. I love it
Yeah.
entirely. I love it, Corey.
Yeah.
But let me be clear, Corey. It's some niggas that shouldn't have got paid, Corey. I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to talk about Corey. I I just don't understand for the life of me what the hell is going on in Washington, Corey.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Zone Sports Podcast. The Washington Redskins, aka the Commanders. Yes, I'm still doing the Redskins. I'm sorry if it's offensive. Part of me go tune into another sports show. I don't know. I grew up with them as the Redskins. It's just natural for me to call them the Redskins. The Commanders feel like they don't wear any draws, so I don't want to say the Commanders. I feel I have to pause every time I say call them the Commanders. I don't want to do that, Corey.
They should have kept the football
The,
team.
the Washington
I
football
like
team.
the Washington football team. I like that.
That was a powerful name, Corey.
I
I
like
like
that.
that. For lack of, we're gonna call them the Washington football team. That's what we're gonna do.
I like the football team.
Corey, but why the hell did the football team just sign Marcus Mariota? Let's talk about it, Corey. Marcus Mariota? That's who y'all go out and get in the offseason, Corey. They went out and got bum ass Marcus Mariota. What are we talking about here? Corey, I started this by saying some niggas shouldn't have got paid. How is Marcus Mariota still getting picked up by anybody, Corey? And listen, man, I know what he did in college. Great Heisman player. I know he was Bo Nix before Bo Nix got there. I get all that. But what the hell has he done to the league besides stunk it up, Corey? What are we talking about? You was trash with the Titans for what, 3-4 years?
Yeah.
Where else you go? Did you make a stop at the Raiders or somewhere? I don't know.
I think he went to Tennessee. Let's see, was it Tennessee? You said the Titans. You said the Titans. Yeah. I can't keep up where
it don't matter. It don't matter. He was in Atlanta and stuck it up too. You didn't do anything. You was trash. Sorry to say that. You was butt. How was you still getting? You know what? I get it. A butt organization had to pick up a butt quarterback. I get it. It just dawned on me now, Corey. It goes together. But Corey, sometimes I just feel like we need I feel like sports should have a panel of people that can vote on when to kick teams out of the league. I feel like the Washington football team needs to be kicked out of the league. I heard the stadium was trash.
I've never been, but I've heard that.
I heard it's one of the most trashiest NFL. I heard the seats was falling apart in that thing, Corey. That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah.
The organization ain't made the playoffs, and I don't know when. They would never in a very, very long time have a chance at the Super Bowl, especially if you going out and getting niggas like Mariota. It's all just go ahead and throw in the towel now in the offseason. Yeah, that's what you did when you signed him. What are we talking about? And by the way, who is your starting quarterback? Don't worry about it because you don't even know. You're gonna have to Google it. Don't worry about it. I can guarantee you this: if you go out and get a Marcus Mariota, your starting quarterback is already trash. Already. You know how I know? Because let me give you a prime example. The Jaguars just went out and got Mac Jones.
Yeah.
He's decent. But Trevor Lawrence is great. So they went out and got a decent quarterback just in case he has injuries like he did this past season, Corey. Mac Jones can sustain, and I didn't say get you to the Super Bowl. He can sustain while Trevor Lawrence goes out. I'm pretty sure of that. We've seen that.
Just need him for a couple of games, maybe 2 or 3 games, God willing. Any more than that, you're in trouble anyway.
Right. I don't need him to lead the season. Just like I don't need Mariota to lead the season for the Washington football team. Corey, what is Magic Johnson and whatever group who just got them? What are they doing, Corey? This is a bad sign, Corey. What are your thoughts, man?
My thoughts are the only reason I know who the starting quarterback is because I'm a Carolina Tar Heel fan. Sam Howell is supposed to be the quarterback. Rookie.
Okay.
I think he was
salute to Sam. Hey, salute to Sam Howell. He decent.
Yeah, salute to Sam. That's the only reason I know who he is. Clearly it hasn't worked out.
Hold on. Oh my God, Corey. It just dawned on me. Did you just say Sam Howell? He's coming off his rookie year?
Yeah, he came off his rookie year. I want to say it's either his rookie year or his sophomore year, or second year rather. But yeah.
this is even worse. You Corey, you are supposed to be a seasoned vet and you going to sit behind a second year guy? Corey, this
Yeah.
is bad. This is bad.
So that's the only reason I know who he is. And with Washington, gosh, it's just way too much transition going on. You got rid of the coach. Eric Bieniemy is up out of there. New owners. And when this came across the ticker, I was kind of not shocked because at the end of the day, like you say, the Panthers are going to Panther. Man,
Yeah.
Washington is just going to Washington.
You're right. Yep.
Because what made it odd for me, Big V, is that they got the second overall pick as of right now in the 2024 NFL draft. So
What?
let me get this straight. You draft a quarterback. I can't remember if Sam Howell was first round. Someone correct me in the comments. But I'm quite sure Sam Howell was no later than like a third or a fourth round. I don't know. But the end of the point I'm getting at is that you drafted a quarterback 2 years ago. And I get it. We want everyone to come in hot off the frying pan, go right now. And there are some organizations that could do that. Some do not. I do understand no one sits behind anybody anymore for their first year. I got all that. But and you could argue that some of this is the previous regime. You could argue that. But I'm sticking with Marcus Mariota. What's the plan here? Because you get Marcus Mariota, you draft Sam Howell 2 years ago, and you got the second pick where there are a plethora of quarterbacks coming out. You got your Bo Nix, you got your Caleb, which I don't think they're gonna. He's gonna get picked up first, but we still don't know what Chicago's gonna do. Whatever. So the point I'm making, you got a couple of other, like you got your pick of the litter of at least a good 3 or 4, at least from a collegiate standpoint, solid quarterbacks. That if I'm the GM, if you drafted such and such number 2, you're not going to really be upset at that. I'm not going to fire you if that's the guy that you picked in the first round, because you got like a good 4 or 5 that can easily hit the first round of the NFL draft. I just don't know what the plan is. But this is Washington. Being Washington, whether new regime or not, I got a couple of friends as Washington fans, and I feel for them. We talked about this last podcast, Big V. My brother's a diehard Carolina Panthers fan. And I said, look, man, long as your front office and your owner is trash, good luck. It is so difficult for teams, players individually to overcome front office madness, front office melee, front office just being dysfunctional with not having a plan. The Panthers are going to stay where they at. Washington, hey, they got new owners. Let's see. But this is very puzzling.
You know what else is puzzling, Corey? How Russell Wilson just keeps stealing money. He just keeps stealing money. You know what, Corey? I don't care if it's $1 million. I do not care. You still out here stealing money, Russ. I'm gonna cut you some slack though, Russ. Because you know what? You are a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You have one. You got a chip.
You got
won.
one and been the 2.
You got one and been the 2, Corey. Corey, he has that. He has that. But you also have the credentials of what you did in Denver when I came on this podcast and I told I didn't know if he was out there smoking on that Denver pack. You feel me? The game had fell off that much. I thought he was out there smoking on that Gary Payton. You feel me? I don't know. I don't know what was going on, but he somehow finessed himself into a job with the Steelers. You know what I mean? And what I do love about this new deal with him and the Steelers, Corey, I love how he still is getting a check from the Broncos. The Broncos say, you know what, bro? We hate you so much. Get the hell out of here and we'll pay you to go. You had to stick it up that bad, but they paid you to leave.
Hey, pay me that to go somewhere else. You
Damn
can pay
right.
that to sit in the house.
Hey,
okay?
Talk about a steal though from how coincidental that the Steelers get a steal. The Steelers get a steal.
Pew, 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 pew.
all jokes aside, though, I am looking forward to seeing Russell Wilson
Yeah,
in this type of system because we know, you know, we know Mike Tomlin. He ain't going for no nonsense.
nah.
He won't be Sean Payton. He won't be Sean Payton. And this is no disrespect to Sean because Sean Payton
I mean,
did
Sean
it.
don't take no mess either.
He didn't.
Really.
As we saw. Hey, get him up out of here. Matter of fact, put him on the bench. They put you on the bench.
Dude, what the cap hit was what 78, 79 million? I mean,
Yeah,
gosh, they really wanted old buddy gone.
get him up out of here. He got to
Wow.
go. They got to go. I'm actually waiting to see, what he looks like
Yeah.
in this still a black and yellow in this Tomlin system, man. I think I something telling me, Corey, I think it's gonna do good. Honestly, I think it's gonna do good.
It
I
has
think we may see the resurgence of him.
I think it has to be better than Denver because Denver. I mean, he almost didn't look like he belonged in the NFL when he was with Denver.
He
That's
was
how.
he almost went to the Panthers. That's what players go to
Oh,
die.
really?
That's what players go to die. They go. I don't know for
Yeah,
real. In my mind, he was going to the Panthers in my mind because that's where players go to die off. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I thought he was going to the graveyard, aka the Charlotte Coliseum or whatever the stadium is called, Bank of America.
Take him America. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
You, you know, I am with you. I think for one, Sean Payton, he didn't handpick him, even though he knew that he was going to be there when Sean Payton took the job. So I'm kind of like, well, if you didn't like Russell Wilson, and you saw what happened with Nathaniel Hackett, then why did you go there? Like he could get a job anywhere. I mean, there's like literally like 7 or 8 daggone NFL jobs that open up every single year. So I don't know why he was in a rush to go there, but I do understand that half of it is having a quarterback, and maybe he thought it could work and then kind of realized that it didn't work. The whole deal of having your own parking spots, having your own office, I'm quite sure that rubbed Sean Payton the wrong way. I like when they're talking about all the extra amenities that he got and how his locker is like separate than everybody else. He came in and wanted to clean that up, and look, love it or hate it, like Russell Wilson's a star. And I'm not saying it's right. I think he should take more of the Tom Brady approach of being more of one of the guys or whatnot. But Sean Payton, like, oh, you got this? Next, that's done. Oh, you got your own separate quarterback coach, huh? Now, next, now we getting that up out of there. So, it's a lot of ego busting that was going on as well with that. So I think with Sean Payton is going to be interesting with him in Denver. And you're right. I am looking forward to see what happens with Pittsburgh and Russell Wilson. I don't think it can get any worse than what happened with Denver. I do think Tomlin is a no-nonsense guy as well, but I think he's a better finesser at getting what he wants out of players, whatever. So, and I think Russell Wilson would be open to that because at the end of the day now, Pittsburgh picked him up. So that's some level of I want you here versus like, oh, well, I see what's over there. Let's go over here and see how it works. But then, nah, get out of here and damn a cap hit of $100 billion.
What's interesting is, the situation with Russell Wilson and Pickett. That's going to be crazy
This is
because
going to be an open competition, Big V. You believe that? I don't believe that.
that's that. People
believe
got
that.
please stop capping. They got to stop the cap. Please stop. I hate when these teams cap. Oh, it's gonna be a shootout. They're gonna have to Russell gonna have to come in and earn it. He
That's a
gonna have to
lie.
do stop it.
If
Yo,
you're only paying
stop.
Russell $1 million, you'll be a fool not to play him.
Stop for a
You know
year
how much
too.
of a
For a
bargain that
year.
is?
Yes, for a year. Yes, you have. Yeah, stop.
Stop.
You're gonna play him. You're gonna bench Pickett or you're gonna trade him. One of the two. And he's
Yep.
gonna be and Pickett's gonna be pissed off about it because y'all have put all this stock into Pickett. Y'all said he was the guy. He's shown some growth pause and now y'all just gonna throw him to the side for somebody that stunk it up last year.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, but nature of the business. You know what I mean? Speaking of nature of the business,
My hero. My hero.
you know,
My role model right here. We about to talk about. I love this guy.
man, Corey,
I love this guy, man.
I want to, the owners out there, we got to get into this. We got to get into Kirk Cousins.
Oh,
We got to get
let's
into
do it.
Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean? Before I even start this, I want to say salute to Kirk Cousins for always betting on himself.
Yeah.
Salute to Kirk Cousins for always betting on himself. But more than that, I want to salute Mike McCartney and people might who don't know, who are asking and listening, who the hell is that? Does he mean Paul McCartney from the Beatles? No, I don't. Does he mean the coach McCartney? No, I don't. I'm talking about Kirk Cousins' agent. I want to give a shout out to his agent. Because let me tell you, man, y'all two have won the offseason. You talk about how people are practicing to win the offseason or preparing. No, you two niggas have won the offseason. Yo,
Yes.
yo, Kirk Cousins, $180 million 4-year contract with the Atlanta Falcons and $100 million guaranteed with a $50 million signing bonus, Corey. What are we doing right now? Oh my God.
And coming off an Achilles injury, Big V.
Corey, and before that, coming off almost two franchise tags.
Yep.
With
That's him betting on himself.
two different teams, two franchise tags, until he said, hey, yo, fam, no more franchise. He implemented a franchise clause in his contract, Corey.
Yep.
What? He took another $180 million, Corey, I want to remind people, Kirk Cousins was not a first round, a second round, or third round pick. I think it was like fourth round, to be honest with you, Corey.
Something like that, yeah.
And this man has racked up $90 million in guarantees between 2004 and 2025, and then gets another $10 million guaranteed in the year 2026. Corey, if anybody has won the offseason, I want to tell y'all now, it is Kirk Cousins and Mike McCartney, Corey. What are your thoughts on Kirk Cousins getting paid again?
This is beautiful. So I don't have a problem with this at all.
No.
So this is you put not us, but there's a premium on quarterbacks, right? And it's funny because when I don't want to do something, like my wife told me to do something, I don't want to do it. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want to do it. And my wife always says, but honey, why be good when you could be great? Right? That's a great mentality. You have that mentality. I don't. Right? I admit mine. Because see, there's a premium on things. I take this attitude into my job. I love my job, but I ain't got to be the best engineer out there. For what? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Oh, but you can make more money. To also have more headaches. Mm-hmm. Oh, but Corey, you could do this, that, and the third. Yeah, but instead of working 8 hours a day, I'm probably working 10 or 11 hours a day. Instead of me working on a server during my 8 to 5, I might have to wait till they close and get on at 9, 10 o'clock. May have to do it during the weekends. I am the Scottie Pippen to the Michael Jordan, and there's nothing wrong with that. You ain't going to tell me different. Ain't nobody going to tell me different. That's what Kirk Cousins is. There is not enough great quarterbacks to go around the 32 teams, right? So, when this story came out, my wife was like, yeah, he did it again. I'm like, yeah, this is the market. This is the market because here's the thing. You could draft Caleb Williams. You could draft whoever you want, right? But you don't really know what you're getting out of them. I love my man, Project Patrick Mahomes. To sit here and say that you knew that he was going to be like this?
Nah.
When he came out of college, if I'm not mistaken, at Texas Tech, or even in his first year, when with Kansas City Chiefs, when he was behind Alex Smith, you a damn lie. You ain't know that. It's a crapshoot at the most important position in football. And you know what you know with Kirk Cousins? You know what you're going to get. And you know what you're not going to get. You know you are not going to get a Patrick Mahomes, but you know what? You ain't going to get no Marcus Mariota or Jameis Winston either. I love Jameis Winston. That's my biggest knock on Jameis Winston. He can mess around and play like a Hall of Famer one game, and then mess around and throw 4 or 5 picks the next game. Kirk Cousins don't do that. So if I'm a GM or a manager or owner of a team, you can build around Kirk Cousins. Now you need to have some pieces around him, right? He's not gonna make a way out of nowhere, but I know that. And the quarterback market is so uncertain. And not to mention the fact that quarterbacks, man, they don't grow on trees. They
Yeah.
just don't. Like they're already projecting 4 or 5 quarterbacks really coming out of this upcoming 2024 draft. I'm going to guarantee you that at least 3 of them going to be a bust.
Yeah.
Don't know which ones, it doesn't matter, right? That's just the way it is with quarterbacks. So, Bennett, there's a premium, and to kind of get back to my job analogy, my job is based out around Charlotte. They don't have too many Greensboro engineers down here. It's like me and like one other person. I don't have to be the sharpest knife in the tool shed. I just need to bring my Kool-Aid smile to these customers, be available, and do what I'm asked to do.
That's right.
And now, this July will make the 10th year that I've been that for them. Now, I ain't getting cocky. I can get fired just like anybody. Ain't nobody above getting fired. I'm not saying that. But I'm recognizing my value. Same deal with Kirk Cousins. Better recognize that dude value. He's getting paid. The dude don't bet on himself twice with the franchise tag. Big V taken away. This guy and this agent is a genius. I want to take my hat off.
Yeah. Salute. Salute. You know what I mean? Yeah. Salute. You know what I mean? Shout out to Kirk Cousins. Shout out to Mike McCarthy, man. Get that bread. And again, Kirk isn't a bust, man. He isn't a bust. He's a gritty quarterback. He can get you to the playoffs. We've seen that. If
I'm not mistaken, him and RG3 came in at the same time. They was on the same team in Washington. Look who ain't.
And real quick, man, the league did RG3 dirty. They did him dirty. RG3, it's no way you're going from the talent that RG3 was. He scorched the league, Corey. RG3, rookie of the year.
He was supposed to be it. He had that knee injury in that playoff game. And man, you damaged good, especially with a knee as a quarterback, mobile as he was. Man, that's what did it. But see there you go. That's that whole availability part that I was talking about in relation to my job. I'm always here. I'm always available. So is Kirk Cousins, minus this year. Now I don't know if it's going to get worse over time or not. Kirk Cousins is always around.
Yeah,
he's always here. And he ain't really that good, but it don't matter.
Yeah. hey, man. Shout out to him, man. You know what I mean? And you know, we still keeping the football. This whole pod is football. You know what I mean? I came on this podcast a couple podcasts ago, and I told y'all, man, Tampa Bay had to pay Baker. I said that. I literally came on here and said that. I said, Corey, they got to pay him. They have to pay him. And guess what happened? They paid him. New contract for my man, you know what I mean? 3-year, $100 million, I think it was, Corey, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
3 years, $100 million for my man Baker Mayfield. Yep. Well deserved, man. Salute to him for not giving up on himself after the whole Cleveland thing and going through it with Odell and Odell Pops and all the criticism he faced.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man. Came in after the Tom Brady era.
Yeah.
Real gritty quarterback, got him to the playoffs. Earned his first Pro Bowl, I think, Corey.
Yeah.
Hey, I like Baker. We've even said that, you know, he was what Johnny Manziel was supposed to be.
There you go. Yep.
You know what I mean? And here he is, yet getting his contract and getting his money and getting ready to lead the team again to maybe do even better things.
Yeah.
I like the fact that Tampa Bay stepped up and took care of him. I like that. Shout out to the front office and everybody over there. Well deserved. Well, I don't have anything to say about this, Corey. Well deserved, and I'm happy for Baker.
He's another guy who bet on himself. Maybe not quote unquote a franchise tag route, but just with health. I mean, he was real concerned about his health at the end of Cleveland. Didn't do too well in Carolina. Came over to the Rams. Won the first game that he played in the middle of a season trade. Like, look, and again, this is back to what we talk about. Now, did they have to pay him? Nah, they didn't, but I think they did the right thing because Baker, from what I hear, you never hear anybody say anything bad about this guy in the locker room.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's just something like I don't like. I'm more indifferent towards Baker personality-wise, but the players that are around that guy love him to death. Nothing bad to say. Like, he knows how to work a locker room. And I tell you what, man, he is a guy that I feel like you going into battle with, you want to go into it with this guy because you know he's gonna give it everything that he has.
Yeah.
And you can't always say that with some players. Dangerous as football is, you can't always say that. But Baker will. Baker, I mean, this guy, one of his biggest injuries in Cleveland, I think when he got his shoulder, he threw a pick.
Yeah, and
tried to tackle,
that's right.
Tackled or tried to tackle, man. That's how he got it. He injured himself trying to tackle somebody.
Yeah, not too many quarterbacks going to even attempt to tackle anybody.
I wouldn't. I would have pulled a Cam Newton like he did in that Super Bowl where he didn't go in for that fumble. And like, nah, I got to play next season, bro. Now, granted, now Super Bowl, I would have went down there, but that's neither here nor there. Salute to Killer Cam though. But he did make a business decision.
I was about to say that.
That's all I'm saying, Cam. If you watching, I love you, dog. Hey, let's call it what it is. It's a business decision. You'll forget more football than I'll ever know. You still the OG, but that was a business decision, and I'm not really quite mad at you. But Baker ain't making business decisions. He going all out.
He going all out, baby. He lowering his shoulder. He running people over. He doing what he got to do. You know what I mean? Salute to Baker. Salute to everybody out in Tampa Bay, man. You know what I mean? Yo, man, shout out to everybody that tuned in, watching this right now, whether you're catching the clips on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever social media platform you see us on. Salute and keep sharing and supporting, man, and subscribing. You know what I mean? We'll appreciate it, man. Episode 100 right now. You know what I mean? Yo, Corey, I appreciate you riding with me, my G. Appreciate you tapping in every week. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but yo,
likewise, my brother.
We start episode 101 next week. You feel me? But until then, y'all know how we end this thing, right?
Hey, somebody get my vibe back on now. Hold on. There we go. Sing that shit.